If Newt Gingrich becomes the nominee, I was like, somebody put me on air after that announcement because I'll cry on television. Moral values mean a lot to me, and how you treat your family and how you treat your wife, and that's very Republican, and it means a lot to me, and I just think he is a moralist scumbag.
Here's what we're buzzing about at NewsBeast today. Republican debate last night, last in Iowa before the caucus. Newt taking some serious incoming fires. There's a collective conservative freakout about the prospect of his being the nominee. But first, our cheats. Ramin, what you got?
For me, this is even weirder than Alec Baldwin's fight last week with American Airlines.
What could be weirder than that?
It's Christian Bale fighting with the Chinese government.
That's more awesome and justified.
Batman, he went to meet this activist in China. He traveled 8 hours because he was in China doing a movie. And these Chinese guards beat him up and hit him and pushed him away. And it just seemed like maybe he should have written a New York Times op-ed piece. I mean, China's not, you don't travel 8 hours to meet.
Wait, you're blaming this on Christian Bale?
Christian Bale, given his past and his weirdness, probably shouldn't have done this.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think so.
You're saying the problem was not with the Chinese guards?
I mean, there's problems with Chinese guards, but you should know that if you're Christian Bale.
Meghan, what's
Fair
yours?
enough. Mine was Nikki Haley endorsing Romney, and it's probably his biggest endorsement, from my opinion, to date.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
This is bigger than Christine O'Donnell and Dan Quayle?
Bigger than Christine O'Donnell.
Sure.
I was surprised about Christine O'Donnell endorsing him. I thought she would endorse Newt Gingrich.
I thought she would endorse Michelle Bachmann.
Yes, or Michelle Bachmann, but does anybody really care about Christine O'Donnell anymore?
No, the question is how come the Romney camp wasn't like, thanks, but no thanks?
Yeah.
You take that endorsement elsewhere.
I guess because anything is good. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, whatever.
It's like Charlie Manson and Bannon. They're not helpful.
No, but I thought it was awesome.
This is important.
I know, I thought it was awesome, and now Newt Gingrich has a big lead in South Carolina, so now hopefully this will help Mitt
Do you
Romney.
think this will...
She's a big force in South Carolina and very well respected and very well liked.
Do endorsements really matter? I mean, we hear about this so much in every election, and it's like, does it matter if Christine O'Donnell wants you? Yeah.
I'm going to make a presumptuous...
Christine O'Donnell, no, but...
But if it's a big enough person.
Yes, Christine O'Donnell, definitely no. But let me ask you, actually,
Quayle.
the example I usually use for why endorsements matter, I always thought your dad's comeback in New Hampshire seemed to pivot around the Lieberman endorsement. That seemed important in terms of shifting the momentum in New Hampshire last time around. Do you think that's true? Was that?
No, I think he worked his ass off.
Oh, well, definitely. I'm not taking anything away from him. But did that endorsement at that time provide a boost? From your perspective, you would know better than me.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I think like to a degree endorsements will help, but I think it means more to the media than it necessarily does voters. I kind of think voters will just choose what they want.
Fair enough.
At the end of the day.
All right, my cheat is Chris Hitchens. Christopher Hitchens died.
Writer for the Daily Beast as well.
For Newsweek, and this is a real loss.
Yeah.
Just to free, open, intelligent debate. He was one of the greatest essayists and opinion writers, certainly of our time. Completely fearless, and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm really sad about this, and I think a lot of people are today.
I loved him, and I loved his attitude, among all the other things, his writing, but his attitude towards death was so stoic. He was like, I had a great time, and I drank, and I smoked, and I did everything I wanted, and this is what happens, you get cancer. And I was like, well, that's one attitude to take, and he was just amazing to the end, and writing up until the very end, every day, and yeah, it's a tragedy. And I'm a proud Christian, and I appreciate his take on atheism.
So, okay, we're on the Obsessional, because that's technically what we're here for today. Newt. Meghan, you've been kind of out front saying Newt would be the time for an intervention. This is a disaster.
Yes, I think that we will lose. If Newt Gingrich becomes the nominee, I was like, somebody put me on air after that announcement because I'll cry on television. Literally, I was like, I will cry my face off. I can't handle it. I have no idea what anybody finds appealing. Last night, the only thing I find appealing of him is his harness of the English language. I mean, last night even saying it was grotesquely dictatorian. I'm just gonna start saying that about things. I'm like, my takeout guy was grotesquely dictatorial because he didn't take credit cards. He's just great at enthusiasm, things like that, but his appeal, I could never trust someone. Moral values mean a lot to me, and how you treat your family and how you treat your wife, and that's very Republican, and it means a lot to me, and I just think he is a moralist scumbag.
I think there's no way he's going to get the nomination. What I can't figure out is who is going to actually get the nomination, because he's so not likable. When you see him on TV, I mean, I don't know what these poll numbers are. I don't know why McCain was ahead. I don't know why Michelle Bachmann was ahead. But I think at some point, the Republicans are going to realize the person that they nominate has to take on President Obama, and I don't think they're going to do it. I think
do you think he's going to win?
I mean, look, no, we're starting to see with the amazing onslaught of sort of the establishment striking back because they realize, I think the best thing that could happen to Mitt Romney is the potential that Newt Gingrich be the nominee. You're starting to see that avalanche of criticism coming from all forms, parts of the Republican Party start to dip into Newt's poll numbers. If the election was held last week, Newt would have won the nomination. History says the conventional wisdom front runner takes it, but I think Romney's benefiting by transparent. No.
No.
Of course not.
No.
Do you think people are going to panic, and then out of that panic, they'll support Romney, or do you think they're going to go to another candidate? There's not time for another candidate, right?
Look, long time out. Let's let people start voting, but let's let people vote as opposed to pundits say who's winning or losing. What do you got for a final word?
No to Newt.
That's not one word.
It's one word.
No.
It's a really fast word.
Okay.
You type it all the time.
One word?
Yeah.
Yes, one word.
Disaster.
What a disaster.
Apocalypse. That happens. The end of the Republican Party as we know it. That's the end. I will literally get a camera on me if he wins. I will cry on television.
She's promising
First time
weeping.
ever. I will.
My final word is Hitchens. That's all for us today at NewsBeast. We'll see you tomorrow.
Apocalypse.
Okay.